Hey, what's up? If you're catching this on replay, I will be reviewing products, custom action figure products from 3 different sellers. I'm happy with the products and I want to show you why. So I'm going to wait to have a few of you hop on in here. That way I can have some interaction. I don't know, most people are probably working. I'm off today. Already got a thumbs up. How'd that happen? How'd you guys give me a thumbs up already? Haven't even done anything, but I appreciate those thumbs up. I appreciate all of you that are subscribed to my channel and hop on in here on these live sessions that I do. I know they're kind of unexpected and I haven't done any advertisement. It's just whenever I have some time, and I have some time right now. I also appreciate all the new subscribers that have jumped on my channel. We're close to 3,000, which is pretty neat. Never thought I would get to this number, but I am grateful. It looks like we got a couple peeps in the chat, and I'm checking how the video quality is. The video quality looks like it's pretty good. So why don't we jump on here and let's do this. Let me see who's in here real quick. Nightwalker, what's going on? Silver for Golf and TDG 190879. What's up, man? That is a very unique name. All right, so I am going to highlight 3 different sellers from eBay. I think I got them all on eBay. I did. Yeah. So it's going to be GP Slot, G.I. Joe Eben, and Pat's Collectibles. Pat's Collectibles, it was the first time I purchased from them, and we're going to check it out. Night of Ren, what's going on? TDG is from Australia. Damar Clinton, what's up, dude? You're doing a paint and silver for golf. You should film that and put it up in here. All right, so let's get to the first one, and I'm going to move him off the screen as soon as I review this. Now, if you've been following my channel for some time, you've seen me take a look at this guy before. This is the model kit, the General Grievous model kit. And a while ago, I had bought a cape from Kristen Haga. He's on the groups. And it was a really cool looking cape. But check this out. This is a pretty accurate cape from GP Slot. I'm really happy with the stuff that I've bought from them so far. They're soft goods. It's really good quality, and I really like it. So let me just give you a 360 look. So as you can see, the cape, let's take it off of him. It's got a little clasp. I didn't have to undo any of the hardware from the model kit, and I got him. I don't know if you guys saw me build this one, but I jacked up this foot pretty bad. I had to do a mod to fix it, but I highly recommend it. If it's, I don't know what the prices are, but let me get back to this product review, and then I'll take your questions if you have any about this product. So it's a pretty nice cape. Kristen's, he had put in the lightsaber holder because as you know, General Grievous would if he ended up killing Jedis, he would take their lightsaber if I'm remembering correctly. So it's just made from a stretchy fabric. It looks like it's probably should have done a little bit of cleanup here. I was doing a little bit of custom work before I started filming. But as you can see, it's got the logo in the back. Let me make sure that you guys are seeing that. It's kind of hard black on black background, but pretty nice, very, very good. And it's got just the red and the black cloth, and the stitch work is really nice. You can barely see it unless it's, up close and personal. I just saw Nightwalker's comment. Yeah, it does look like spandex material, and it doesn't have any wires in it. I don't think it needed it for this figure, but I definitely do like the lighter wires on their capes. And most of the stuff that I've gotten from GP Slot on eBay has been wired. And if you want to go check those products out, go check out some of my old videos. But they've put in, let me see if I can get this. It's got a little tiny clasp, pretty good way of getting it done. And then it's just, it's hard to see again, it's black on black right there. But there's, it looks like this is this metal? I can't tell if this is metal. No, it's just gonna be like cloth, something just to for the hook to hook onto. And the way you put it on is just like this, pretty easy. And then you just gotta hook it on, and there goes his hand. One of the things with the model kit, I've thought about gluing these hands together, because when I mess with him, they do pop off on occasion. But then I go, what if I decide to put him back just with the, because he's got another set of arms that I can change into just his, just the two arms. But they, I want to do it on camera. Now I'm committed to this. Now it's a challenge. Come on, player. Help a brother out here. It doesn't want to go in. There we go. Just snapped in. All right, so it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. I like the black and black and red. And I haven't even done anything else to this model kit. I haven't put a black wash on them. I haven't tried to weather them up, but I think I will in the future. Let me take a look to see if you guys have any questions. Christopher Lusner, what's going on, man? Silver for Golf says he's gotten one from Pat's Collectibles. He's on Facebook too. I exchanged messages with him. I think he primarily just sells on eBay. And if he ends up watching this video, he can comment on it in the below. Yeah, these model kits are pretty cool. I got into the Star Wars model kits. The only thing I don't like about them is that they're really light, real light. Knight of Ren, no, I haven't gotten a CGESM product yet. For those of you that do not know who CGESM is, that's C as in cat, J-E-S-I-M, M as in mom, and you can see him on Instagram, and he makes really nice looking stuff. I don't know how it compares. I know it's quite pricey, but I was looking at the lab coat for what's his name, Doc Ock. He's back there. Raymond Grogan, welcome to the live product review. I'm just running down the chat and catching up, and then I'm going to move on to the next custom product. We just reviewed the Grievous cape. Yeah, he is. I'm thinking, was it maybe in the cartoon? I think this may be more cartoon accurate. It's been a while since I saw the Clone Wars, so I don't remember. And to be honest, I'm not that big on like accuracy. I just like the fact that it looks good. The one that Kristen made, it definitely was. It was grayer. It was just very large, and it was taking too much room in my display. It was a very nice cape, but I think for what I'm going to be using him for, and you know, just for the sake of a room, that's what I went with. Let me see. In the movie, okay, now I'm caught up. Let me see. Same with the arts. Glue 'em, yeah, I may glue 'em. What's up, Kairos1? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Questone, Stone? Wonder if I'm pronouncing that right. 12007 Love. Hello to you. J Donkey 39. What's going on, man? Roberto Rojas. Yeah, the sculpts are super sharp. I agree, TDG. They're really nice. You know what? I think I saw a Taskmaster cape. There's another seller, but I can't recommend. Take a look on eBay. I can't. I don't want to recommend something, and if I haven't personally taken a look at it. Oh, there you go. You guys know better than me, especially with the name Knight of Ren. You better know Star Wars very well. All right, Raymond Grogan says, I got the new Death Star Trooper and popped the head off and switched it with the Iron Skull, Red Skull head, and it looks sick. Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. Quest 1, got it. I should have gotten that from the very beginning. All right, the next set of products, and they're going to be heads, I got from Pat's Collectibles. And when you purchase things from Pat's Collectibles, he sends you. I thought I had gotten 4. Am I missing one? Oh, yeah, I did. Duh. So let's take a look at the first one that I got from Pat. Now, this is Archangel, and I'm planning on making an Archangel. Those of you I saw, I reviewed the metallic wings that I ended up getting from Loose Collector. The closed up wings, but now I needed a head cast. And just to let you know, I did end up buying, this isn't much of a product review, but you guys know the KO. So the KO head is the same. I think it's from the same sculpt. This is the KO head from the KO body. I got the wings as well. I just primered in black because I was going to expand them using some plasticard to see if, because these guys have hinges. But I'll talk about that at a later time once I start working on that. But anyways, I ended up getting this head sculpt. They don't come primed. This is, I primed it with black, gray, and white to give the, you know, just to give me an idea where I need to shade and highlight. So happy about that. And then here we go. Let's test out some of these. I got these 2 Wolverine heads. Can somebody in the chat that's familiar with Marvel Legends, what Wolverine is that head from? Can you give me the series? I'm curious of what the costume was. I'm not sure if it was going to be a brown suit, yellow suit, his X-Force suit. I don't know what it's going to be. And then I ended up getting the series. Is this the series 3 or series 6? I sometimes get them confused. But it is one of my favorite Wolverine head sculpts of all time. I ended up using the head sculpt on my Fat Wolverine, as everybody likes to call him. The first custom I ever did, and I'm wanting to use it. So let's take a look to see what it looks like on some of these bodies. I always wondered. So I did have to modify the heads to fit the pegs. So if you want to learn how to do that, if you're new to my channel, just go back and check. I did a review a couple times. I've actually have quite a few times on how to fit the heads to the net pegs. So I think that looks pretty darn good. It works. That size head definitely does work on this body, in my opinion anyway. What do you guys think? Let me see the comments where we're at. I wish there was, I'm on my phone right now, and I wish I could keep up with the comments at the same time. I haven't figured out how to do that. All right, let me see where I left off. That Sauron bath does look pretty good. We can talk about that bath after I review all these things. We can chat for a little bit. Yeah, Knight of Ren says he's a stickler for accuracy, of course. Yeah, I'm not. I know some are, and it's a big deal, and I get it. I get it. Oh, cool. Thanks, Raymond. And if you can put a link, go ahead and link that picture on Instagram to this video. That way people can see it too. I think YouTube will block it first, but then I'll just I'll unblock it so people can go and check out your stuff. Fuma says, what do you think about someone making a rhino bath figure with the jug body, or is it too big? Also, have you done any more toe? I haven't done any more toe articulation. The rhino bath, making a rhino bath with the jug body, I think that might be too big. Matter of fact, I ended up using, it's one of the figures that I've been working on for quite a long time. I just haven't gotten around to painting them and doing the joint prep. But I actually used, I kit bashed the rhino torso with juggernaut arms and legs, and to me, for my taste, it looks better for some reason. I don't know why, but since it's going to be on my shelf, I went with that. But I think that the juggernaut bath is going to be too big for that. Yeah, Angel is a pretty sweet looking figure. I missed out on. I shouldn't say I missed out on because I bought it and I had it on card, and I got it, and then I turned around because those prices were really high. I'm like going, psh. And that's when I started customizing, and I said, oh, eventually I'll just customize one. I knew I could buy the head, but the tough part is getting the wings, getting the wings. But yeah, there's so many looks to Angel. He's a very cool figure. So with time, who knows? I've already thought about doing different because I do have an extra head here. Unless you guys want it, maybe we can trade a head. But I thought about maybe putting hair on one of these. Still scrolling through the comments. I'm trying to see what you guys think about. Oh, coño, se está cayendo este tipo. Quédate ahí, chico, quédate. He's not cooperating. Batrock's body's not cooperating right now. It's because he's got different feet on him. The X-Force, so you're thinking that this is going to be the X-Force Wolverine? I don't think, well, he may be a different X-Force than the one I'm thinking of. There was the one that obviously it's on a bigger body, and I used to have that one. It's the one that didn't have a nab crunch. It had more of a upper swivel, kind of like Doc Ock. But here I modified this head so it could fit on here. And now you're thinking that hole is too small. And now he don't want to go in, please. What did I do here? I'm pretty sure I put it on. I may have to heat it. I may have to heat this up, but I put away my blow dryer, or my wife's blow dryer. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to heat that glue to get it on his body, but it looked good. If you guys give me a minute, I'm gonna go do that because I want you to see that this head from Pat's Collectibles will work on this Wolverine. So I'm gonna let you guys stare at this while I go run in and get that. All right, let me heat this head up real quick. Hopefully that's enough. Come on, girl, get in there. I wonder. No, I'm sure it was on this. It looks like the glue. See what it? I mean, it did such a great job. I need to get it in there because that's actually going to be going around the neck peg, and it form fitted to the neck peg. Son of a gun! I got to heat it up more. Let's hold it so my fingers don't burn. My fingers are starting to burn. Couldn't take the heat. All right, let's see if that worked. If it doesn't work, I'm going to move on because I don't want to waste your time. I just want to... If I break this neck peg right now, you're going to hear a grown man cry to his mama. Finally, it's going in. It did not go in. Oh, man. Well, fellas, I don't think I'm going to... Shoot. Well, it's not going. It's pushed the glue in now. Oh. But trust me, it works. I just didn't. I did. I don't know what the heck I did. It closed up on me. I'm gonna have to redo the head. But as you can see, it just has to sit a little bit lower, and it'll work. Really nice head sculpt. Really nice head sculpt. And for those of you that have been following this guy, I spread his ears, and his ears have stayed way more spread than when they first came in. When they came in, they were like this, and it looked ugly. But now that he's been, his ears have been spread out, I think he looks much better. All right, so I think, are those all from Pat's Collectibles? No, there's one more. One more from Pat's Collectibles. And it's this Steve Rogers head. You've seen it before. You may own the figure. And of course now this is, there we go. It came out. I've been working on this Captain America. You've seen me put in the scale armor, put the magnets on his body. I have tutorials for that if you guys are interested. And hopefully this head won't give me the same problem. But I think this head works very well with this body as an unmasked Captain America head. And it almost looks like if you see this, let me see if I can get the light just right on here. It almost looks like the sculptor, this is from the Bowen sculpt. It's almost like the same guy did both faces. I think this looks pretty darn good with each other, and they're from two different lines. This is from the Marvel Legend. This is from the Bowen statue that's been shrunk, unless I'm wrong. But I mean, look at that. I think they go very well together, and I wanted it an unmasked for this Captain America, and very happy with the sculpts I got from Pat's Collectibles. He does combine shipping, so by all means, go jump on his page. I don't know if he takes requests. I should have asked him that. Maybe if he watches this video at some later time, I'll send it to him so he can have it. I know he's busy, so that looks good. Yeah, it looks good. It works on this body. Get the magnet on there. Oh, well, you guys get the picture. It's kind of hard to pose on the spot right there. Plus, this mat's not even because it's gotten. Be careful when you work on mats. Don't heat them up because it warps them. Maybe he'll stay up now. Come on, player! Bam! Got him. All right, there he is. Let me put him aside. And let me see if you all have any questions about Pat's Collectibles. You probably don't. But let's see what you guys have on here. All right, here we go. I handled the Rhino already. TDG asks, have you used any WWE figs for your customs? I have. I did a custom. I used, what was that guy? No Way Jose. I used his head. and I put it on a stormtrooper because it looks like Jesse Chavez. He's one of the founders of Open Box Mafia, the Facebook group. And we met up, did a little collab, and I thought the figure looked like him, and I know he liked Star Wars, so I modded it up for him. And I think that's the only time I've ever used a WWE figure for customs. Their scale is a little bit larger, like you said, than Marvel Legends, just a little bit on some things. All right, cool, Raymond. I'll take it out, take a look at it once I'm done here. Yeah, so Kairos, it's from that's going to be from Pat's Collectibles on eBay. John Walker Custom says for Archangel, the comic body, Spidey body works great. Oh, okay. Is it? I think it may be the same body as Van Zastro, right? I just happen to have him here because I was thinking of the next figure that I'm going to show you, or the next one. I was thinking about using this body. The X-Force head. Well, I know there's an X-Force. I know there's an X-Force, but it's more of he looks like he's grimacing. The one that I used to have, the black and silver. But this may be from another one that I just wasn't aware of. I've seen the head used before from other customizers, I think. I like the detail on his face. Let me see if you guys can see that. See that right there? It's got his beard, his stubble. Right here, it's got a pretty, like he's furrowing his brow. It's a good looking. It would be like the vanilla head, the vanilla pose head that you could use. And it's got a lot of expression, even though it's, you know, compared to this one's like ready to fight. This guy's just looking tough. Both great head sculpts. Kyra says, I'm up to the second return with Gladiator, SH Hulk. Anyone have trouble with their Hulk? Oh, I didn't get that one. Yeah, Nitro Ren, they have to spread that Wolverine ears. No, I don't have the Walgreens thing. That is my must-have figure. That's the figure that I'm most excited about getting so far this year. The Silver Surfer, I want to get that one as well. But that Walgreens thing, I think, based on the reviews, based on the things that I've seen, and I went live with Eric Eisner. Even though the quality of the video is not so great, it is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal figure. It's probably the best Marvel Legend figure that Marvel Legends has done, that Hasbro has done. Fume wants to talk about Rhino. Do you think that you can make a guide on how to paint the Abomination arms to match the Rhino color? You know what? I think I may. I can't remember. You know, I painted my Rhino. Maybe I should talk about it right now, Fume, because I'm not sure if you may be newer to the channel, but I did. Let me show you. If you're gonna do it, you shouldn't just paint to match. You should just repaint the whole figure. And to be honest, you could probably just use the base color that you have of Rhino, give it a good wash, and paint over that. I know some customizers that hear that are gonna be grimacing, but if you're new, that may be the way to go, just to give it a test. Let me bring out my Rhino figure so you can take a look. And then once, after I talk about, after I finish talking about this, then we'll move on to the final product that I want to review. So as you can see, obviously this was not Rhino's arm. This was the arm to Abomination. Now what happened, the reason that I got lucky, all right, this is what ended up happening. After I used my Rhino Baff in a custom, I did a dark side. And Dark Side actually came out okay, but when Mesco started promoting their Dark Side, I looked at that. I'm going, mine's gonna look. I wasn't gonna be happy with my figure after Mesco's came out. So I actually sold that figure. It's the only custom that I've ever done that I've sold. The only custom I've ever sold, and that's because I think Mesco's Dark Side is gonna look. I mean, it looks amazing. So I had used that custom and I had extended the legs, but I happened to. I think this is the difficult leg to. No, this is the difficult leg to get. I think it comes with Ghost Rider, and the arm, or vice versa. I can't remember. This one comes with Ghost Rider, and this one came with Superior Venom, and those were the harder figures for whatever reason. And I had a foot. I had an extra foot from when I did that Dark Side custom, and I still have one extra foot of this right here. So I was able to get the Abomination leg and pop this foot on. And then this was the also good because I had the shoulder pads left over from that custom. And then I added the Abomination arm, and I think it looks cool. I repainted. I did a full and complete repaint. So you have two options. And let me see if I can go back to seeing your question and making sure that I'm answering your question. Do you think you can make a guide on how to paint the Abomination arms to match the Rhino color? So, Fume, are you having the issue that you're unable? It's too expensive to find these things, or are you just missing this arm? I'm curious of where you're going with that. Grandmaster Popo, what's going on? I don't think we've ever spoken before. Will I ever participate in the Foosh Secret Santa, or will I do it this year? I don't think I'm up to par with some of those guys. For crying out loud, Craig Warwick does customs on there, and he is almost an infinite level above what my abilities are. But I try to go on the Foosh, and maybe I don't get how to get around that website. Maybe I'm too old to get around that website, but I've never been able to interact with people there. It's bizarre. I've tried several times because obviously I follow Robo. I watch all his reviews, and I've tried to go on there, but I can't find like the specific custom area. So if you want to leave me a link, and you want to leave a link to the other folks here of where there's interaction going on there, I'd be more than happy to go check it out. And see, for me, I do enjoy this, but I also like sharing it. I like talking about it, just like you guys do. That's probably why you're on here watching, me talk. And that's why I did the collector spotlights, and that's why I did. I try to interact in the Facebook groups. I like the interaction with other nerds. So for me to jump in the Secret Santa thing, I want to be able to interact with people because I certainly would want somebody that I interacted with, somebody that knows me just beyond, my ability. That's what would make having, I would think, a cool figure, a custom, even cooler. Having somebody that made it. Like for example, like I follow Craig Warwick. He doesn't know me. He's responded to comments. He seems like a pretty nice dude, and his figures are unreal. And if he were to send me one, I'd be very happy. But I would like to know him more, because then it would mean the custom figure would mean so much more than this. That's why I think when I repaint this figure, because I made it, right? There's something more personal for me making the figure and keeping it on my shelf than just a regular Marvel Legend that comes out. Even something as cool as this. I really like this Madrox figure. And I think I want a couple more. But if I would have made this, like if there's a fire in the house, which figure do you think I'm going to get? I'm going to get the one, for me personally, even though you may think the Madrox figure is way better, I'm going to get my custom figure because I put my heart and my creativity, even though I'm not very creative, my effort into the figure. So I think I went all over the place. I'm going to stop monologuing there. So Mike, my thought to you, let me see if you said you like the hands open, and I think they would look amazing on the Rhino, like this right here. Then man, it's a lighter gray. This is definitely not how the Rhino looked. This was the first time I used an airbrush on a figure, and the airbrush wasn't working very well. But I like the tones, all the different tones that this figure has had. Matter of fact, after I'm done, I'm gonna take some photographs and put it up on Instagram because I really enjoyed this easy kit bash, super easy kit bash, out of necessity because I didn't want to spend the astronomical money to pay for one little part on a Build-A-Figure. Ridiculous. So if you were going to try to match it up, I would say you're going to want to prime that green primer and then start with grays. And what I would do, and I can't say that I've attempted matching, but I would try here, work it, mix your paints, your whites, etc., with your your blacks, your grays, etc., and then just start giving yourself little samples. Let's say a sample 1, sample 2, sample 3, and try to get it as close to your Rhino as you can. As you can see, it has multicolors. There's this figure, you may not be able to tell on camera, but this has a lot of different variations of browns, and for me, I like it, and that's how I would go about trying to match it. All right, let me see, going back up. Okay, I think I'm almost caught up with the comments. Right Leg Production. Also, I think this is your first time commenting on my videos. Thanks for joining up. He says, I'm trying to do customizing with an airbrush kit, yet all the tools I need for it are so expensive. Should I wait and buy it all at once, just part by part for the airbrush down the line? What I would recommend is do what I did. I went on Amazon and I found myself the cheapest kit on there. And the reason I did that was because I wasn't sure that $100+ investment, $200 investment on an airbrush was going to be worth it, because up until that point I had just been hand painting, and it's not like I'm selling my customs, right? I'm not doing it like these guys that are just pumping stuff out like Rick Jasso, like Masterpiece, those guys that are high level that sell. I'm not pumping it out, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be worth my investment. So I was able to get a whole kit, and I think I had some points on Amazon, and you're going to need an air compressor, and just started with that. Now the airbrush is a piece of garbage. I had problems with the needle, and I recently, since I ended up using the airbrush and I felt like, oh yeah, this is something I like to continue using, I ended up buying another airbrush, and I bought a Badger, and I bought it quite a few months ago. It was on a sale, and it was like $150 to $200 Badger, and I paid $50 for it. So Brockonomics, get something cheap, learn, and then as you improve and it's something that you feel like you want to continue doing, then grab that. Goksun, what's going on? Robo does seem like a cool dude, and he does provide a lot of information for the nerd community. Right Leg Production, I will be doing the mod for Octavius, and I haven't figured out exactly how I want to go. Matter of fact, I spent some time doing the research. I think I may just ultimately use the same ones that Craig Warwick did. I found them on eBay, but I kind of wanted the tendrils to be, and I talked about this in another live stream, I think. I wanted them to be as thick as this one, and the ones that I had were a little bit thin. Or the ones that he used looked a little bit thinner than that. But if you look at the cartoons and the comics, you have thick ones and you have thinner ones. And the length is obviously going to be important. I think I want around 11 inches. That way I can have them, standing up as well, elevating Doc Ock. One of the things that I kind of want to get is the CGSM coat. The lab coat looks awesome. I think it's going to be like $55. It's a lot of money. So I got to think about that if I want to spend it or if I want to try to make one myself. So, man, I've been monologuing for a long time. Grandmaster Popo says, yeah, the Foosh form layout is weird. I'm trying to send the link through the chat, but I'll shoot it to your DM. Perfect, perfect. Do that on my Instagram. Yeah, hit me up on the DM. You must be a young person because I used to say PM, private message, direct message, and it looks like you got used to it a couple months ago. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. Ravana, what is going on, man? Do you do sculpting? If so, what putty do you use? I've been using A's, but feel it isn't flexible enough and will break the first time I hit something hard. So yeah, Aves is it hardens up like concrete. So if you want it to be flexible, like like this mustache right here, you see the mustache? It's flexible. You're gonna want to use something called Procreate. Procreate. Now you want to make sure you use the right type of Procreate, or you get the right type of Procreate. Let me see if I have it at arm's reach. Give me a second, player. Problem is, I can't see in this drawer to get it. Here it is. All right. This is the Procreate you're going to want to use. I haven't used this yet, but this is the one that will make your things get flexible. It's a 2-compound putty, and it looks like that, dark and a white. And they give you right here, they tell you how to mix it for the hardness. So if you want something to be softer and more pliable, you add more of one or the other. The instruction chart is right there. I got this off of eBay, and for whatever reason, I haven't seen them selling this on here in the States. I haven't seen it. If somebody knows where you can pick that up, by all means. I am going, when I finish my Daredevil, I'm going to be using Procreate on the emblems. I wonder if I read his question wrong. Did I read your question wrong? I think the tendril mod, I think, yeah, I did read your question wrong. The tendril mod from Doc Ock will not work on Omega Red. You're gonna have to use something thinner. And if you go a few videos, I'm trying to think I'm not sure if it was on my Doc Ock review. It may have been on the Doc Ock review. Go check that one out. I showed you there's different sizes of thickness of those gooseneck. Hold on, like this stuff right here. Like obviously this would be too large, but those LED lights, they have smaller ones. Now the question is, will they bend? Because some of those lights don't bend as much as the tendril should. So you're definitely going to have to use something thinner than even the one that Craig Warwick used for his Doc Ock mod. Oh, and I did, Urivana, I did read your question wrong, and I think somebody's mentioned it. So it's very, very strong material, and to chip it, and let me see, do I have any, I don't think I sculpted, is there anything sculpted in this Captain America? Yeah. I'll give you an example right there. So I got some Aves epoxy right there. It's this, I can't even scratch it. I mean, it is as hard as the rest of the plastic right there. That was just so I could cover up the seam line for that Captain America, and then I put some here. I need to sand it. So this will dry, and you'll be able to sand. The reason I put it over here is because I have a magnet in there. So right before I guess when I paint it, that'll cover all that up. But this is good material. So like I was saying though, if you want the thing to be flexible, if it's a part like hair, you want to use Procreate. See how this mustache won't pop off? Well, Procreate will be able to do that. I hope that answers your question. I think I did. All right, moving on to the final thing, and then I'll end with this. Where did he go? There he is. All right. So Jesse Quintero in the groups. G.I. Joe Eben on, it says the person that does casting for him. Is it like, I'm not sure if it's like a business partner or somebody that he outsources the things to. Maybe he would let us know in the comments if he watches this video. I have exchanged messages with him on Facebook before. This is an awesome head, man. Is this the Mesco head? Believe it's the Mesco head. When I saw it, I had to have it. I was like going, I didn't know the size. I was trying to figure out what size of body it would work with. And I've always wanted like a buff cap. Is it, you guys, if you guys are into customs, you know who Loose Collector is. Go look up Loose Collector Captain America. He's done several of them, and he uses this body. And there's just something, man, that just looks awesome. And yeah, I had to have this head sculpt. It's money. Money. It's beautiful. So I was thinking about what bodies to use, and this is one. And what I was thinking about this body, I hate these ball jointed hips. I hate them. I dislike them. They end up failing over time, and it's even difficult with putting the whatchamacallit in there, the Future Floor Shine. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing a little bit of a kit bash. I think that was from the Marvel Now cap. I can't remember what I used. I used parts of him when I first got him. The figure itself, I know that goes for a lot of money now. I don't know why. I don't think it's a very good looking figure to begin with. And secondly, this is the worst joints. And we talked about it the other day. The joints here, this plastic that these guys used for, it was just awful. And his leg is bowed. Look how easy that goes. So I never really liked the figure because of that. But if I can tighten this up somehow, I haven't figured out how to do it, I may end up kit bashing and using these legs, or I have an amalgam of parts here, or using these legs. These are obviously a little bit bigger, but this guy's yoked out of his mind. So that may actually look good. I want these type of hips. And what I would have to do with this one, I would have to flatten this out and actually glue it. I would have to cut probably from right here, but I would need to open and make sure that I'm not jacking up the peg that's turning. But that's probably what I would do right there, and then maybe sculpt to make it look like their parts. I'm kind of leaning towards this, but I have to figure out the design I want for cap if I'm going to go off of somebody else's design, or like, a standard cap design, whether it's, cap has many different costumes, or if I'm just going to make something new. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, awesome head sculpt. What do you guys think of this head sculpt? I dig it, man. I dig it. Oh, Big Mike says, can I use the knee joint from Sabretooth? You mean the new Sabretooth that came out? Big Mike, are you thinking of these guys right here? That's a lot of work to get to shave down, and I would hate to, if you're suggesting to use the new figure, I'd hate to break up these guys from the new figure. And there's no guarantee that the pegs that go with that other figure, because I would have to use the other pegs for the eye hole. I guess everything can be customized, but it'd be harder. Oh, are you talking about this right here? This was from Tiger Shark, and it's the Hyperion body mold. The boots are from Unworthy Thor. You'd have to go a few videos. Why I did that? It's because I'm doing a Bizarro custom, and I felt like all this stuff was going to be harder for me to customize and make it work for Bizarro, so I just took the tiger shark bottom half, because it does use the Hyperion lower half on the Unworthy Thor, and I used the upper part for Bizarro. I got so many customs right now, guys. It's terrible. Thanos, he's alive. 1634, thanks for joining in the chat. I don't think we've exchanged anything before. I do appreciate it. I think I missed a comment. I'm going back to see. You can use magnets to join the, you know what? That is a good idea. I've seen, now, I've used, I don't know if the magnets that I have would work. It would have to be a stronger magnet. Action Figure Toronto, another master customizer. And by another, I'm not referring to myself, I'm referring to Craig Warwick. Craig Warwick, Action Figure Toronto, two of my favorite customizers. He did one where I think it was a Cyclops that he had a completely, he just wanted to change like a jacket. He had a one with the jacket, one with the jacket, one without, and he used magnets. I feel like I would have to use a bigger magnet than what I currently have. Let's see what I have so you guys can see. Where'd my magnets go? Players, I lost my magnets. Hold on. But that's actually a pretty good idea. I haven't done it before, so maybe I'd give it a go on this custom. Here they are. For those of you that haven't seen magnets, I've used two different sizes, so you can see how small these guys are. So you have that size. They're tiny, really small. And then this larger size. So those are actually two little tiny ones, bonded together or magnetized together. And then the larger size. And they do make them all sorts of different sizes. I would just have to get a size up from, or maybe a couple sizes up, because I don't think that would be enough. And also, speaking of magnets, and those of you, I think Kairos has used magnets in his stuff before. For the wings, I want to use magnets because I want to have the interchangeable wings. I want to have the, I want these two to go on the back, but the larger ones that I'm yet to modify, I want to be able to put these with magnets. And it's got some weight to it. And I think to be able to do the waist, it needs to be able to like hook down pretty strongly, more so than, because especially if I use sculpt on it, and sorry if I'm rambling here, guys, I'm about to end this. My wife just told me that I need to go to my parents' house because they're making pizza. So that works for this light. See how that's working? There's a magnet in there, and it keeps it until, but it's not strong enough. And I got a tiny magnet, one of those small magnets on the hand. I didn't want to put it on the glove. What I really wanted to do is put it like right there, but I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to sculpt it to make it look good enough. So now he's got one in his hand, and it works for little light things like that. For something as heavy as this, no say. Who knows? But I think I need to go a couple magnets up. Let's see what you guys said. Who used rubber legs? Thanks, Grandmaster Popo. I saw that. Yeah, I enjoy interacting with folks. Let me see, where am I? I'm catching up where I was. Okay, Sabertooth, I know we talked about that. Used Tech Deck magnets from Tech Deck dudes. All right, I'm gonna have to write that down. Except I don't have a paper. Or I'll just go back and look at the comments. Tech Deck, I'm gonna have to research that. Thank you for the Nightwalker. Have you used them? Otto Von Doom, que paso, player? Urivana, careful with your fingers. The magnets are really strong. Oh, really? The Tech Deck ones, huh? Josh Pence in the house. Yeah, so Tech Deck. Okay, I'll look into that, guys. All right, so I'm gonna finish off. So once again, the people that I purchased these things from, it was Pat's Collectibles, then Jesse Quintero. This was from Jesse Quintero, G.I. Joe Eben on eBay, and there was Pat's Collectibles, G.I. Joe Eben. Oh, was that it? I felt like there was one more. Oh my gosh, I'm having an old man moment right now. Old man moment. Pat's Collectibles, G.I. Joe Eben. What am I missing? Oh yeah, over there. It was hiding from me. And then GP Slot, the cape. No progress yet on Doc Ock. I will do a video when I do that. Thanks TDG, but I beat you to it. All right, players, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Peace.